Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where we share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to big up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. Want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are there. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. The video of this interview is also available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is episode 147, and today I gotta talk about some things, man, especially in this here world of reggae music. We're using some words a little too loosely, and we have to address it. I'm talking about this word, legend. Come on, baby. This episode comes to you courtesy of the latest release from yours truly. It's called She Said. Now you can go over to bandcamp.com and put in G Cole and search the catalog. There's albums up there. There's singles up there. Go ahead and check out the catalog, all right?
Today's show, we're talking about some words I throw on loosely. No, I'm saying loose, I mean get selling them, man. I'm talking about just loosely, you know what I mean? The whole concept of legend. Forgive me for the buffering. Hotel Wi-Fi, but we're gonna make it happen for you, right? We're gonna make it happen. The word legend, I was having some conversations in the past month, and the amount of time that word came up and I think was misused. And of course, hey Marcia, how you doing? Juliet, wagwan, how are you? We said no notification. We forgot to figure something out. Norma, how are you? Marcia, wagwan. St. Martin in the building. I see Atlanta, Georgia too. Big up. So, the word legend, especially when it comes to reggae and dancehall, because we can talk about everything, but most of the times when I'm having a convo, it's going to be about reggae and dancehall. That's what we're championing. That's the cause we're fighting for. So more than likely, it's going to be about reggae and dancehall, right? Legend. I have heard people refer to themselves as legend, and I've heard people refer to others as legend. I kind of realize that sometimes the title of legend is given to who people like, and it's an age thing, sometimes just because the person's been around for 900 years doesn't make them a legend, right? Now, if you're going by dictionary definition, then yes, but we all know that's not what we're going by around here. Not true. Because when we dig in the dictionary and see exactly what legend means, oftentimes it's talking about not someone, but something, folklore, whatever, right? It says a non-historical or unverifiable story handed down by tradition from earlier times and popularly accepted as historical. And a whole bunch of things in that regard. And then when it refers to a person, it says a person who is at the center of such stories, right? So when we talk about the legend of Zelda, you know what I mean? The legend of Nani, all kind of things, and the legend of. But then we immerse somebody in it to personify the situation and make it more believable, more real. And that's when we start talking about a person as a legend. So that right there is what we'd call the dictionary definition of what a legend is. But for the most part, now when we're talking about legend, we're talking about a person and what it means to us and what constitutes a legend. So I was in my bag and I made a post today. And that was exactly what I said. What the heck? You know what? I'm going to read it so I'm going to misquote myself or misquote nobody, right? So the post said, maybe I need to be educated. What constitutes a legend? Is it just having been around for a long time? The word is being used so loosely. Everybody's a legend. Do we need to find a new word for Bob, for Dennis, for Beanie, for Bunty, etc.? Right? That was my post. And I got a lot of people commenting on it. And truthfully, it gives a perspective as to what people think legend is, right? And I'm not going to lie. A lot of times when I hear the older Jamaicans and people from Jamaica talk about legend, I realize that what it means to them pretty much is something that's synonymous with their youth. when I listen to a lot of elders, older Jamaican people listen to music, yo, you ever hear about legendary Bigfoot? You ever hear about the legendary Knockney? You ever hear about, I want to talk about the legendary King Harry Big Face. You know what I mean? Them just going. And they're all legends, as far as they're concerned. Legends, right? But then, how we think of legend, we would want to say, then what's the accomplishment? If Bob Marley is a legend, if Dennis Brown is a legend, if Beres Hammond is a legend, a living legend, that is, if Bounty and Beanie are a living legend, if Junior Gang is a living legend, right? If Oliver Samuels is a living legend, if Usain Bolt is a living legend, if Shelley and Fraser Price are a living legend, then what exactly is a legend if everybody and their mama is a legend? And somebody said, yeah, man, Chico, you're a legend in what you do. And well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I am not. I'm not. Because in my eyes and in my heart, when we talk about legend, we're talking about accomplishment compounded with impact and tenure, right? So your accomplishments, what did you accomplish? What was the impact you had? What was your tenure? Now, as far as I'm concerned, you can't be a legend without accomplishing all three of those in the same degree. Because you can have a legendary impact in a short space of time, i.e. Garnet Silk, right? Garnet Silk's a legend, has had a legendary impact, right? His tenure was short-lived because we lost him at a young age, right? But again, you look at the accomplishments, right? You look at the impact, and that constitutes a legend, right? Bob Marley died at a young age, but he did so much great work that even posthumously up until now, his legend still lives on. And a lot of that legendary accolade came after we lost him, right? So that's why to me, when we talk about legend, and there's nothing worse than trying to argue with somebody who predates you and who's older than you. I don't like doing it because, one, they feel like they have a leg up just based on age. And secondly, sometimes it just feels wrong, right? You're not going to get, sometimes you can't reason or rationalize with somebody who predates you because as far as they're concerned, that is the heaviest hand that they can deal, right? But you talk to a lot of people sometimes, and I see people post all kind of posts sometimes, and I wonder, some people say, yo, the man is knowledgeable. No, it's not passion and knowledge, it's just age. Because if you're 100 and I'm not, then you're definitely going to know some stuff I don't know, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you're more passionate. It don't mean you're more informed. It just means that you're older than I am, so you're going to be privy to some things that I was not. Right? So, as we say, what constitutes a legend? In my opinion, my eyes, my heart, it's a combination of factors. It's a combination of your accomplishments, your impact, and your tenure. So how come people who don't have no accomplishments should be considered a legend? Right? And if their accomplishments are minimal, because I don't want to minimize and marginalize anybody's accomplishment. And accomplishment is an accomplishment. So some people have had a song or something that was popular in the community or whatever, right? But it really didn't have no impact. And they haven't done it for a while. No tenure. You can't be a legend. You have folks that are icons. You have folks that are pioneers. You have a whole bunch of different things. You have people who just old. You have people who just dead. And you got legends. They're not all the same. And I'm hoping that we're building some new legends right now. Because like you heard me talk about Romeo and Virgo, that's a legend in the making. Would I look at Romeo and Virgo today and call him a legend? No. And the only reason why I wouldn't do it is just because he's got so much room to grow and so much further he can go. And if I am going to use terms like legend to define people like a Beres and like I said, a Gregory and a D Brown or whatever, it would be a little reckless for me to just, put on that accolade on a Virgo. But make no bones about it, Romeo Virgo is a legend in the making. Again, forgive the buffering, I'm in a hotel, right? But ladies and gentlemen, let's drop some more tune. Let's can we drop some more? Know what I mean? Can we drop some more tune now? I'm gonna do something from before, and I'm gonna do something brand spanking new. Again, we're just going to highlight some of the dope voices that's doing this thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Sugar.
One man for the rest of my life.
We talking about it. Like I said, I made a post today, and the people, the responses were pleasant. Some people link me in some DM and say, "Yo, fire, where y'all go on with?" And it stemmed from a conversation I had. I don't just Jano. The comment was, again, maybe I need to be educated. What constitutes a legend? That's what I said. You know what I mean? Is it just having been around for a long time? The word is being used too loosely today. Everybody's a legend. Do we need to find a new word for Bob and for Dennis and for Beanie and for Bunty, etc.? That was my post. All right. So we're talking about the word legend. It's not the first time we've had to have this dialogue, but it keeps coming up. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. Again, when you come from Jamaica and places like Jamaica, there's a big ism that we subscribe to that we don't realize, and sometimes I think we realize, but we don't care. Either way, it's an ism, right? And it's called ageism. It's not one of the popular isms. It's when you think about even political stuff. It was a thing when Andrew Holness won because he was younger than the average person who was gonna take the office of prime minister, right? But when it comes to Jamaica, one of the isms, that they subscribe to find a leader. And reggae culture, reggae lovers, because it's not just Jamaicans, it's a lot of Europeans, non-Jamaican people who like reggae music. And I've sat down and had conversations with friends and close friends from all across the world. And the thing about most people outside of Jamaica is that they're more into the root stuff. They're more into the older stuff. There are a couple of things that give you accolades to many people in Europe and in the UK. Age is one of them, right? If you're full of gray hair, right? If a gray hair around the thing and you're an elder fella or a lady, right? And you have some locks and your name Jadis, Ross something, and Father something or whatever the case may be, then to some degree, it don't even matter what the music sound like, right? And a lot of times they're craving for the message too. So it don't have to be the most melodious. You don't have to be the best vocalist. The production ain't got to be great. But if you're singing what they subscribe to, which is the culture of reggae music and Rastafari, the traditional way, they're going to subscribe to it, right? And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's a market and a field for everything. And we must keep the marketplace fed, right? And when I say marketplace, I don't necessarily mean it from a commercial standpoint, but just from a consumer standpoint. Consuming it, meaning soaking it into your cerebral, right? So that's where we are with it. However, they also have a loose term or a loose way of using the term legend, right? I've sat down with a lot of my peers and especially, again, older folks and legendary this, or they make a post and said legendary this, and I'm like, legendary? And I don't want to judge nobody. So I always go research these people and I'm like, legendary? I never heard of that person, but you have. But the body of work. Remember, again, if we are getting theoretically and dictionary with it, the term legend barely speaks to a person, right? It speaks to, you'll see 10 definitions, and I'll read just one or two. A non-historical or unverifiable story handed down by tradition from earlier times and popularly accepted as historical. Another one, the body of stories of this kind, especially as they relate to a particular people, group, or clan, right? And in one instance there, they refer to a person, because we do refer to people as legend, a person who is the center of such stories, right? That's what, if you're going by the dictionary term, a legend is. But when we talk about legend, we are talking about it from the vantage point of what you've done as the artist, as the entertainer, as the athlete, as whatever. As, you know what I mean? So, hope I got that for you. I got to make sure I say the right thing when I talk about. I draw that for you again. I want to. You mean? But when we talk about this legend thing, for me, we're talking about 3 contributing factors. 1, your accomplishments. We cannot sidestep, or skip accomplishments. No matter how long you've done something, if there's no accomplishments to back it up, there's no legend. I'm sorry, right? But it's a combination of your accomplishments, your impact, or the impact of your accomplishments, right? And let's toss the word in, the name in there that is the biggest legend amongst us, and the one we draw for every time we use the word legend, like Bob Marley. Bob's accomplishments go without saying. We could talk about for however long, right? Bob's accomplishments are infinite, insurmountable, right? The impact of Bob Marley and his work and his accomplishment, his catalog, his music, is also without question, right? He's made an indelible mark, right? And then, of course, tenure. Now, when it comes to tenure, Bob died a young man, young, early 30s, right? Is when Bob died. But he's been doing it from he was a teenager, which is a lot of time, musically speaking. And then the quality of his work surpassed him, outlived him, outdated him. So even now, when Bob would probably be 70-something years old, his work is still having the impact. So the tenure is there. Legend. Beres Hammond. The accomplishments go without saying. He's a living legend. He's doing it right now. Still alive. Right? So his accomplishments are there. The impact. Beres Hammond is the most impactful artist of the diaspora of all times and probably will never be surpassed within the diaspora. Right? Probably the only artist Jamaica has produced who could go to every area where the diaspora is and sell out an arena 2 nights. Right? Or not, when I say arena, you know what I mean? Theater, 2 nights, right? The impact of his work, you can't question. We live and feel good, procreate, and have a good time, and get in our feeling of nostalgia. Get over the hurdles of life by listening to songs from the great Beres Hammond. Right? Tenure. Beres Hammond, 4+5 decades doing this. Right? So he has all the ingredients for a legend. No, we have some younger people who are living legends too, because in their field, tenure is probably 4, 5, 6, 7 years. Like a Usain Bolt, he's an athlete, a track athlete. Track and field athletes don't have careers a lot of times passing 5 years, 6 years, right? With all he's accomplished in that period of time, right? And still to this day, a lot of his records have not been broken. Probably will never be broken, right? And then the impact that Usain Bolt has had on the world on behalf of the nation of Jamaica, it is without a doubt that Bolt is a legend. And I can keep going on and on and on. When you think of dancehall music, 2 names that have been doing this for 3+ decades, going on 4, and have brought dancehall music to the world, helped to bring the eyes of the world not just on Jamaica but on dancehall music itself. And on top of all of that, the impact is ridiculous, right? So they have the accomplishment, Grammys, tons of records sold, songs that are within our hearts, some songs so powerful that it will divide us. You are go for one and you are go for the other. All in all, a career that is filled with accomplishments, filled with impact, and very well tenured. Beenie Man, Bounty Killer, living legends. Then if that's what it took for them to be legends, then how G. Cole for be a legend? Right? I put my heart and soul into this music. And I'd like to think I make good music. And I thank you all for the supporters and all the people who affirm and reaffirm to me, yes, the music is great. Thank you. And when we go on stage and people like the music, thank you. And when people come up to me and talk to me about what the music has done for them, I make them feel, thank you. But when I get the scale of music and I pull it out and I dust it off and I level it, and I put Beres Hammond on it, or if I take off Beres and put on Marcy, or take off Marcy and put on Freddie, or take off Freddie and put on Bob and so forth, because they're legends. And then we put G. Cole upon it. Then I got to find another name for me, because legend ain't it. Right? Now, there are other people who have done way more. Wagwan, Empress. Empress, you're good. Empress Bubbles in the building too. Wagwan. So, We just have to keep it real. Even though you love an artist and you adore an artist and so forth, a lot of time, anytime we celebrate stuff, and we acclaim stuff, it's not the artist we're doing it for, it's not the person we're doing it for. We're doing it selfishly for ourselves. So when you say King Black Tub is a legend, just because there's an old man that grew up in a community that was doing music and whatever the case may be, or yo, how you gonna give that the man the award for selector when this and money when nobody know about but you, because he was doing it in your community, but he did it from a long time ago and he might have impacted you, right? That's why from a personal vantage point, if you want to hold him in your heart as a legend, can't question it. But guess what? We're using the word legend too loosely, and I think it devalues our space, right? We have a ton of icons. People have done iconic stuff, you know what I mean? Have had a hit, a major hit that we still sing today. Ultra talented, doing what they do. You know what I mean? We have people who have kicked down the doors so that other people can go on to be great. Remember, the first person to have done it and the last person to have done it the longest is not necessarily the greatest. You know? People vex with me every time when I say it, but I say this all the time. In terms of success, Tyrus has far eclipsed his father. Now, probably Tyrus himself wouldn't want to hear me say that, but that's out of sentiment. That's not out of reality, right? And it's not a disrespect. It's just to prove the point, right? So we have people who are pioneers. Big up all the pioneers. There are many people who have kicked down the doors of broadcasting so that people like myself and others can come in and decide that it's a passion we have and we're going to do it. They're pioneers, right? And again, we go back to the word icon. We got people who are icons. They're doing what they do. Right? We got veterans, you know what I mean? All them things. We have the veteran, we can call them that, you know, those are still accolades. Those are still accolades. But we can't say legend to everybody who has a receding hairline. We can't say legend to everybody whose hair is gray. We can't say legend to everybody who's bald. We can't say legend to everybody who's dead if they've done this thing or music or whatever the case may be just because they've done. No, loose up the thing or not loose up the thing. I don't know, brother. It's not right. You know what I mean? The thing that sit right with me. And I know it's not just me. Some people just don't want to say it. You know what I mean? Because if those people have worked so hard to be legends, to create their legend, right? To be legendary. And a man like me or any others who come in and haven't done what they've done, proclaiming to be legendary too, then am I not reducing? Am I not minimizing what they've done? Can't do that. And if I love and respect these artists the way I say I do, out of respect, I got to say, nah, thank you so much for the compliment, but legendary, I am not. And in saying so, legendary, you are not. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's not a disrespect thing. And of course, a lot of time people proclaim these legends. It's not about the person either. It's about you drawing a name where a lot of people don't know so you can feel special. And you now feel like a connoisseur. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So Empress, absolutely right. Like, and I did go through the dictionary, and there are different dictionaries, and I read a couple of different dictionary meanings. And like I said, the concept of legend is not verbatim from the dictionary. It doesn't define legend how we look at it. We did go over that, but let me read what she said. She said, I'm sorry I had to get the Webster on that. So a legend is someone who leaves behind an unforgettable impression on others. They touch lives, they remember, their cherish. And that's what I mean when I say you could hold them in your heart as a legend. There might be a legendary impact on you, right? And if we're going again, based on the dictionary definition of what legend is, I'm going to read again. A non-historical or unverifiable story that handed down by tradition from earlier times and popularly accepted as historical, right? And of course, when we talk about a person who is at the center of such stories. So what we consider legend, again, by dictionary terms is not it. So we kind of accept that. But in regards to what we consider legend, without getting dictionary, when you use the word legend, what you mean by it, what we mean by it, right? And even though there are many people who have had an impact on me and have touched my soul and have touched my heart with a song or whatever the case may be, what they've done, have something legendary that they've done, but me still not go walk around and tell nobody said I'm a legend. That person has had an impact on me. person I hold near and dear in my heart. There's sentimental attachment to me or that person. That's respect and ratings for that person there. But don't come tell me, say, Johnny Blackfoot, a legend, because Johnny Blackfoot, right? Because Johnny Blackfoot was singing music from back in the Bob Marley. Yo, you don't know Johnny Blackfoot, you know. Let me tell you something. Johnny Blackfoot. People talk about Bob. I know Bob has sold millions and millions and millions and millions of records. Bob's albums are still the top selling albums today. Bob has impacted the world and has, drawn many and millions of people to the island of Jamaica and the culture of Rastafari. Right? Bob Marley has done all of that. You know what I mean? Bob Marley is more popular in Jamaica and for Jamaica than Jamaica is popular for Jamaica and Jamaica. You know what I mean? That's Bob Marley. But Johnny Blackfoot, if you don't know who Johnny Blackfoot is, when Bob Marley started doing music, Johnny Blackfoot was doing music, and Johnny Blackfoot sang a song that's called I Am Johnny Blackfoot. You may have never heard it. Nobody in the world has, but it's legendary, because if you don't know who Johnny Blackfoot is, then you just don't know music. Johnny Blackfoot recorded an album and released it. I think it's called The Legend of Johnny Blackfoot. It sold double wood in the hood. You know what I mean? Double copper. 4 people bought it, and the 4 of them were relatives of his. Their last names were Blackfoot too. Right? But Johnny Blackfoot is a legend. If you don't know Johnny Blackfoot, you don't know this music. I saw we still. We want to get historical. We ain't gonna dig up a one man from under the past and talk about Johnny Blackfoot. Right? I can't believe what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I hear you sitting over here talking about the legendary Peter Tosh and them. But there was a guy named Frankie Five Eyes. And Frankie Five Eyes used to play the guitar before Bunny Wheeler ever picked up a guitar. And he wrote 4 songs. Nobody ever heard them. But he's a legend. You know what I mean? So if you're going to talk about Bunny Wheeler and you're not talking about Frankie Five Eyes, I don't know what is wrong with you. I saw we stay. No. Let's do the merit and what it is supposed to be. I saw we go on, no? We always look for your old man. What you talking about? My name is Trevor. I know all these things because I grew up with my grandfather. My grandfather too was a legend. Have you not heard of him? His name is Errol Two Nose. If you have never heard of Errol Two Nose, you don't know anything about it, because when King Tubby and them was mixing records, Errol Two Nose was in there. It's him smell the rhythm and say it off, and him fix the thing. And thereafter, King Tubby and everybody has become legends, and people ignore Errol Two Nose. But Errol Two Nose would stay all on the problem, way in the back of the studio, and say, that don't smell right. That mix don't smell proper. Errol Two Nose. Listen, is my grandfather, Errol Two Nose. He's a legend. I bear them thing down to go on with the reggae and dancehall music and Jamaican culture, right? Some old person is a legend. No. And I saw it go. What's the accomplishment? What's the impact? And what's the tenure? It's a merger, a conglomeration of the 3, as far as I'm concerned. Right? What them Empress love me. Jaja. Tell you what I go on. You know the thing already. But that's how we do. And again, not to minimize, marginalize, discredit the works of anyone. But at the end of the day, if we are going to celebrate the works of great people who put in great works, hard work, quality work, to have achieved a status as legendary, you can't just throw anybody in the mix just because you feel like it. Just because you feel like it. Use other words. Again, words of impact, words that are of reverence, words that are respectful, words that are honoring. Icon, pioneer, veteran. Those are solid, respectable, uplifting, meaningful accolades that we can bestow on people. For those people who've been doing it for a long time, it doesn't matter what the accomplishment is. A veteran artist. A veteran artist. Don't tell me say they have a one tune a bus over in Israel in a one small town. but it bust big and it was the biggest thing on the radio station. Right? So what I'm saying is, if somebody's been doing it for a long time, and that's their accomplishment, they've been doing it for a long time. They haven't had any major accomplishments. They haven't had any major impact. Maybe they've had an impact on you, but they haven't had a major impact on the culture at large. Then we can say them a veteran, and they should accept and appreciate that, because that's a very strong, reverend, and respectable title to bestow upon somebody. Veteran artist. The artist can't be offended because somebody a veteran. You're a veteran artist, a long time you do the thing. Right? No. That's based on tenure. If somebody has, had an impact, they did a song or two or whatever, and, it opened the doors for others, because you have a lot of our folks, a lot of people whom I love right about, and I got them in my playlists, and they have songs that are iconic songs. If I tell you a one song or a two song, you're up and yeah. And because of that person, other artists were able to come through the door and do things great, and then and make legends of themselves, and just even not legends, but make stars and superstars of themselves. And then we got to give the credit where the credit is due, and the props where the props is due. Yo, those some dope pioneers we got there, man. They done opened up the doors. Pioneer, big up the pioneers, them. Foundation, them set the thing. As somebody who's created an iconic presence, and yo, big up the icon. Done something iconic, done what you do. Yeah. I saw the thing go. Everything for a reason. You don't roll up in the car dealership and tell them you want to buy a vehicle. What kind of vehicle you want? Just a vehicle? No. Want a minivan? See you with the two kids. They got on soccer gear. You'd look dope in this minivan, right? No, don't want that. Don't, come on now. Stereotypes. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad. We got the SUV. You want the SUV? You'd look fly in the SUV, dope in the SUV. We got the SUV. You want the SUV? Don't judge me. All right? My bad. I got this crossover right here, so let's fly. You know what I mean? But it could fit the gear in the whole nine. You know what I mean? You want that one? Don't judge me. My bad. You want this sedan right here? It's 4 doors, got trunk space, all that. Don't judge me. Let me get the Audi R8, the 2-door. You know what I mean? V12, no backseat. But ma'am, you got 2 kids. They got the gear and everything. You sure you want that? Yeah, their daddy coming to pick them up. She gone out in our 2-door. You know what I mean? There are options. There are different vehicle types, and you can get the one where you want. You just don't go buy a vehicle. Right? You don't just go buy a vehicle. So you can't just lump up the thing on everybody a legend. Everybody a legend. No. Repeat after me. No. Matter of fact, repeat after me. Oh, hell no. We can't do them thing, man. We got to treat the icons them as icons, the pioneers as pioneers, the veterans as veterans. You know what I mean? And the legends as legends. It's not everybody's everything. You know what I mean? You don't roll up to the restaurant and just say, let me have a meal. You order what you want. You know what I mean? You order what you want. You got dessert. You can have the main course. You can have some appetizers. You can have whatever you want. You don't just roll up and say, let me have a meal. And that's how the thing go. It's categories in life for reasons. So I want to big up all the legends out there, past and present. And we got some future legends here. Me talk about Romeo and Virgo. I put my head on the block. I put my money on the block. That's a future legend right there. You know what I mean? I tell you the things. All right? People talk about, I get a perfect example. One of the biggest names in the past decade in reggae music was Chronix. Catalog is beautiful. But Chronix is not a legend. Chronix hasn't had the accomplishments enough to be considered a legend. Again, if Barris is a legend. Right? Chronix hasn't had the impact. He's had a crazy impact, but he hasn't had the impact of a Bob and a Barris if they are legends. So him can be a legend too. Chronix hasn't been as tenured as those people. And if that contributes to being a legend, him can't be a legend too. But Chronix are big artists. Big artists. Major artists. Legend he is not. So we have to put things in its right perspective and put things in its rightful place. And I know I'm getting some calls after this and some messages because they already begun. You know what I mean? It's not a disrespect to any as much as it is respect for many. Enough legends we have out there and we celebrate our legends. We respect you all. I could play tunes from the legends for days. Days upon days upon days upon days. I could play the legends. You know what I mean? And the icons and the veterans and the pioneers, but they're not all the same. They are just not all the same. I'm letting you know, not the same by any means. So again, don't disrespect nobody out there. But if you just want to boost some man ego, call him something else, you know what I mean? But stop going around calling the people them legend when they're not legends. Johnny Blackfoot and him. Errol Two Nose and him. You know what I mean? Stop it, man. They're not legends. Crazy talented and all that, but they're not legends. Don't do it. Don't do it. You understand? Don't do it. And again, when you hear them call themselves legend, you can't do nothing about it. It's not our place to knock a man. Unless it's a one-on-one conversation and the man will look at you and say, yo, I made a legendary. But no, my brother, let's talk. You know what I mean? Legendary, you are not. You know what I mean? I'm going to give you a perfect example. I are born in Jamaica. Right? Born in Jamaica. And from things that predated me and stuff like that, the people who grew up in Jamaica, everybody loved them patty. Them beef patty. I don't eat beef no more, but I still like my veggie patty and my chicken patty and whatever, you know what I mean? But needless to say, as a Jamaican food staple, patty, beef patty is a legend. Beef patty is a legend. It's accomplished a lot for patty and for food and Jamaican cuisine across the world. Right? What's the impact? Well, we just say the place shut down one day because them open a juicy patty in Hollywood, right? So that's the impact right there. Everywhere across the world, we go, you're talking about Jamaican patty. It's Jamaican beef patty. You know what I mean? It's like a national hero. So the Jamaican beef patty is a legend. Some years later, people who don't like beef, them say, all right, we come look out for them and give them a chicken patty. You know what I mean? So the chicken patty is really still an icon because it's long time. The thing is a long time the chicken patty they are this thing to, you know, but it ain't no beef patty. You know what I mean? So the chicken patty is an icon in other things. You understand me I say? Right? And then back in them thing they still, you don't know, you start the veggie patty because the veggie patty was around for the people who don't eat either, but they never sell that much. So people ain't really check feed that much. We just cater to 1 and 2 man around the place, but we can't stock up the place with that because it not gonna sell out. But it did open the doors for the Callaloo patty and the Aki patty and them thing there. So technically, the veggie patty is a pioneer. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If you're looking at it or you're looking at it. But then you have a young thing that come out with there everybody love right now. It named the cheesy beef. The cheesy beef is just a big patty. You understand me? I say it's a bad patty. It ain't no legend. It ain't no icon. And it ain't no pioneer. So the beef patty is a legend. The chicken patty is veteran. You know what I mean? It's an icon. It's an icon in the business. It's a thing. The veggie patty. Well, the veggie patty right now, it's a pioneer. A cheesy beef is just big patty. You know what I mean? So we just have to keep it real and call it what it is. We just have to call it what it is. And that's how we have to treat the things. Respect. Put respect on the name. And if there's anybody out there who aspires to, who demands that you, who pressure you to, who's expecting you to call them a legend when they are not, then they're not worthy of it, man. Don't disrespect nobody and don't knock nobody. You can't tell a man saying he's not a legend. It's for him to feel that way. And somebody may feel that way about it. But it's okay for me to say not in my eyes. So all I'm saying is this. Barris a legend. If Third World a legend. If Burning Spear a legend. Dennis Brown a legend. Gregory Isaac a legend. J. Cole cannot be a legend. Just can't be. And many others proclaiming the title of legend cannot be. If those people are legends, then they just can't be legends too. And no disrespect. You know what I mean? We're going to keep having the conversation, but a big tune was playing earlier and the people them said they want it again. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. When it's crown hype, it's done already. It's a vibes. Yeah.
Jano and Press Bubbles, you know the thing already.
Hey girl, so glad to meet you. So proud to be your feature through the years. I swear I'm being honest, and for you I'll make this promise to the end. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you said to me you waited for a while. Oh, and I'm here to make your day, you make you smile. Oh, blessings with love. Oh, sweet love, sweet love. I give you the best of my days, best of my days. Oh yeah, I said blessings with love. Oh, sweet love, sweet love. I give you the best of my days, best of my days. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now let me tell you something. I'll give you all my loving, baby girl. Through fine or stormy weather, you know we'll always be together. You are my key, my key. You took a broken song and gave it reasons why. I'll face anything with you here by my side. I send blessings with love. Oh, sweet love, sweet love. I give you the best of my days, best of my days. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I send blessings with love. Oh, sweet love.
It's Crown Eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
I give you the best of
Yellow Man, definitely a legend. Eggman, you don't know. Are you mean? Are you mean?
You see them face when time when we are partners. Gucci, Prada, shopping at the mall, yes. Come on a hit, and when them attack us, they don't get your paper. Hype when you are walking. Bentley, coops, the ships we parking in it. Sick materials everywhere in it. High elevation, high meditation. Give what you can in life. Blessings with love. Oh, sweet love, sweet love. I give you the best of my days, best of my.
It's Crown Eyes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah.
Eggman said Yellow Man definitely a legend. Can't question that. The Yellow Man is a legend. His accomplishments speak for itself.
I give you
His impact speaks for itself, and his tenure, without a doubt, speaks for itself. You know what I mean? The major contributing factors of this legend thing, as far as I'm concerned.
sweet
But Yellow Man have a brethren named Green Man, right? Let me tell you about Green Man.
my day.
Green Man used to write lyrics just about the same time as Yellow Man, but not never bust and everything pop off. You know what I mean? Nobody in that check for him like that. You know what I mean? But Green Man, bad still, you know. But he ain't had no hits, no impact.
Give you the best of my days.
He ain't had no accomplishment. It just never work out like that for Green Man. You see me?
Oh yeah.
Green Man also never have no tenure because nobody know about him. I'ma tell you about Green Man right now. You don't know nothing about Green Man, so you can never have tenure either, right? But somebody go and tell us how what y'all talk about, man. From Yellow Man I do it, Green Man I do it the same time. Them man they a legend. Green Man a legend. No we ain't. No we ain't, ladies and gentlemen. No we ain't. No we ain't.
I might miss my flight, but yo, I feel like it's worth it, worth it. This beautiful lady has just caught my eye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thought I was late, but that was just Jaja working. Whoa.
Dr. Frankie, Hubert Wagwan.
You are an angel he sent from the sky. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. My life's now a song and you are the melody. Oh, the things that you do show me how much you care. Whoa, 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 whoa. Speaking with you on the phone is like therapy for me. You give me your heart, you give me your ear. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love,
Not sure, Tanya.
I need in my
Got you covered. Eggman, that's facts right there.
your love.
Facts right there.
That I need your love, the love I can feel. Your love,
Facts right there.
I need in my life. No rain, no sleet, no storm, no snow, no place I would not go. High tide, low tide, I row my boat. Your love.
Ladies and gentlemen, this one is yours truly, G. Cole. One of the latest singles from the upcoming album, alright? It's called Your Love. Want to thank everybody for the love and the support over the country and over the world, you know what I mean? Thank y'all. Album coming soon. Let's get in.
I might miss my flight, but yo, I feel like it's worth it. This beautiful lady has just caught my eye.
Thank you, Bevelyn.
Whoa. Thought I was late, but that was just Jaja working. Boy, and you are an angel he sent from the sky. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. I might miss my flight, but yo, I feel like it's worth it.
I got you. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'll pull it for you.
This beautiful lady has just caught my eye.
Thank you so much, Eggman. Give thanks and all.
Whoa.
Hope.
Thought I was late, but that was just Jaja working. Boy, and you are an angel he sent from the sky. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life. My life's now a song and you are the melody. Oh, the things that you do show me how much you care. Whoa. Speaking with you on the phone is like therapy for me. You give me your heart, you give me your ear. That's why I feel like your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life.
Thank you so much, Hope.
Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel. Your love is all that I need in my life.
Let's go.
No rain, no sleet, no storm, no snow, no place I would not go. High low tide, I roll my boat, my boat. Your love is all that I need. Your love, the love I can feel.
Yeah, man, that's the latest single. One off, I should say.
I need it.
Your Love from the upcoming album. Now, if you listen to that song, you love it. And I thank y'all so much for the great feedback I've been getting. If you love that song right there, right?
Your love, the love I can feel. Your love.
I said, G Cole, you're a legend.
I need.
I'ma say, no, I ain't. No, I ain't. But guess who is? But guess who is? But guess who is? If you say I am, I'ma say, no, I'm not. But guess who is, though? Guess who is, though? Guess who is?
I gave her back the key to her front door.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the fact remains, and just, you know what I mean, we ain't beating the dead horse, but what I'm trying to tell you is this. With all that the cool ruler, Sir Gregory Isaacs, has accomplished, the impact that he has had on the world through his music, through this reggae music, for as long as he has done it and continues to do it posthumously, the impact he's having on the world with his music, that man is a legend. And if with all that he has done, he's a legend, no matter how much you love what I do, I cannot be a legend too, right? So it ain't about suppressing anything, it's just about heralding and respecting and putting that respect where it ought to be. You know what I mean? It's hard work. It's a lot that went into them being legends. I ain't did that. Majority of the people that we're talking about, the legend, have not done it. So don't waste these people's legacy. Don't waste their greatness. Don't waste their accomplishments, their impact, their tenure on this music and that's about everybody a legend. Y'all crazy? On a mod? On a mod, ladies and gentlemen, you know something. Shh. Tanya, I love it. Wagwan Nadine, how you doing? I see you traveling the world. I hope you brought me something back. Hope you brought me something back.
Love it. Yes, I love it. I do what I do not for the money, but because I love it. Yeah. I do hope that somehow it's gonna resonate with you. Yeah. And when the going gets rough, you know I gotta muscle up and rise above it. Whoa. Cause that's what my grandmother told me the strong ones do. Verily, 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 I say unto you, don't let these great times pass you by. If at all, things don't go your way at first, give it a second try. I do what I do not for the money, but because I love it. Yeah, I do hope that somehow it's gonna resonate with you. Yeah, and when the going gets rough, you know I gotta muscle up and rise above it. Whoa. Cause that's what my grandmother told me the strong ones do. And I know that my downs only last for a season. I fall and I get back up and I go and I climb to the top of the hill. It's not up to the doubters to say if I can or I can't. That is all up to me. But if they say I won't, then I show them I will. Cause I'm up, Jah lift me up, and I go where He says go, and I'll take whatever blessings Jah sends my way. Hey, yes, I'm up, Jah lift me up, and I will go where Jah say go, and I'ma take whatever blessings Jah sends my way.
So great to hear Nadine. I love it. I love traveling, man. I love traveling and I love watching y'all explore.
I do hope that somehow it's gonna resonate with you.
lot of places on my bucket list too, so trust me.
Going gets rough, you know I gotta muscle up and rise above it. Whoa. Cause that's what my grandmother told me the strong ones do. I do what I do not for the money, but because I love it. Yeah, I do hope that somehow it's gonna resonate with you. Yeah. And when the going gets rough, you know I gotta muscle up and rise above it. Whoa. Cause that's what my grandmother told me the strong ones do. Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. I do what I do not for the money, but because I love it. Yeah, I do hope that somehow it's gonna resonate with you. Yeah.
And that one, ladies and gentlemen, is the latest single from yours truly, G Cole. It's called I Love It. And I'm just telling you, I do what I do not for the money, but because I love it. Trust me, trust me, trust me, just because I love it. All right? Just because I love it. From the upcoming album coming out just in time for Father's Day. I'll keep y'all posted on the shows. All right? Got some things coming up. But here's the deal. I love y'all, man. And I thank y'all so much. Thank you so much, Tanya. Eggman, you know, say a sample. Eggman just want to call me out and cause problems and get me beat up in these streets. It ain't happening. The Mighty Sparrow, Master Griffiths, and he just keep going on. You know what I mean? Which they're all legends. No, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. No, you said to me, you're asking here, and I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole of saying, because the concept of legend is subjective. It's relative. It's based on the impact that they've had on you, realistically, if we're being honest. You know what I mean? You know, there might be an impact on you where to you might say they're a legend. But again, in my opinion, legend is a culmination of a couple of things. Again, your accomplishments, your impact, your tenure, and all that stuff. Now, when you ask a question like if Tanya Stephens is a legend, what would I think? I honestly think that anybody who, and again, like I said, I'm not going to go down the road. I'm going to list the obvious ones. Love Tanya's catalog. Love what she does. If somebody was to say to me, say, boy, Tanya Stephens is a legend, I would never argue it. Again, her accomplishments are major. Her impact that she's had on this music and this culture is major. And she's been doing it for a long time. So if you said Tanya Stephens is a legend, I would never dare say no. Right? If you ask Tanya, I don't know if Tanya would tell you she's a legend. Right? I don't know. I'm not saying yeah, I'm not saying nay. Right? And I am not saying she is not. Right? But again, if I'm doing the musical scale and I'm saying the Bob Marleys and the Barry Hammonds and the Yellow Man and the Ninja Man and the Bob Marley, and the Bounty Killer and the Beanie Man are all legends, then I can't throw everybody on there as legends. Right? Now, again, I would never argue if somebody said, is Tanya Stephens a legend? I mean, is she a legend to you? If she is, then it's accepted. Right? And it's accepted by me. And I would have no qualms saying Tanya is a legend. My point is, we can't throw on the word loosely. Sharon says, when they have put in the work and people talk about them with respect and admiration, people like Bob Marley and the Wailers, Jimmy Cliff, Barry Hammond, Yellow Man, Bob Holt, I think she meant John Holt, and the I3s, Ninja Man, Tiger, and many more. You know, she calling out legendary stuff, legendary names. You know what I mean? And rightfully so. And like I said, we're not going by the dictionary definition of what a legend is. Because if it is, then none of these people probably would be, right? But at the end of the day, thank you so much, Bevelin. I appreciate it. Eggman, you know it go already. As a matter of fact, Eggman, when the album comes out, we're going to be doing shows. We're going to be doing some traveling to support the project. So who knows, I might be coming to your city, but even if I'm not, I'm going to let you know when we're doing it in our city, and maybe you need to hop in the ride and come on down. We ain't seen you in a minute. You know what I mean? In a minute. So I'm going to keep you posted. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we're here to uplift all, inspire all, entertain all, disrespect none. Right? The views of G Cole does not represent those of Jamaicans.com. Not even those of Homegrown with G Cole. None of the radio affiliates that carry this program, it does not. Right? It is just my views. Today's one of them days. And again, it's just coming from some conversations that I have had recently or have been having recently. why this came up. So it's not just out of the blue, random, whatever, right? And big up all the people who commented, gave their honest opinions. Not every opinion is in line with mine, but I thank you all so much for always encouraging, entertaining, supporting, participating in a proper, positive dialogue, right? Because at the end of the day, we all learn from each other, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So thank you all so much for rocking with me. Remember to hit me up on social media at MyGCole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now X. I'm on TikTok too. Look for Homegrown with G Cole. All right. And of course, go to YouTube and subscribe to the Homegrown with G Cole YouTube channel. As you can see, I'm all across the globe. I'm traveling right about now, but I'm making sure we bring you the show. So the uploads and stuff like that might be a little slower than they normally are. I'll be back home soon. Big up again, all the people who are, I'm encouraged and enthused by the reprisal and the revival of live shows, especially in South Florida. We've got the festivals, in Jamaica. We got the shows in Jamaica. Just stuff coming up. A couple of years ago, we're crying and complaining about not having the outlets. Now we do. So I'm encouraged. I can big up Romy and Virgo. Congrats. Proud of you, kid. Proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Protege. Congrats. Proud of you to Popcorn. Tony Rebel. Everybody that's doing, trying to get Reggae Sumfest back up and running. Congrats to the powers that be. Joe Bogdanovich, everybody. When it's about reggae, we for you. And we can't go around and complain about all the places in the world that's putting on festivals and not catering to us without trying to do something ourselves. And I love the fact that these people are doing it. But I also want to big up those people who are doing it at home too, right? We just had a show in South Florida, Equinox. That was amazing too. But I will say this, there is, for those people, there is an amazing one that's around the corner, April 27th. When I say an amazing one is around the corner, April 27th. All right. And this one is in South Florida. And it's the Three Kings, right? It's the Three Kings, legendary things, dynamic reggae explosion by three legends. It's celebrating culture, called is Earth Strong. And I'm talking, ladies and gentlemen, about the three legends I'm talking about. And again, I can use legends on these names, right? Leroy Sibbles, right? All your favorite artists, them are your favorite artists, baseline, where you like when your favorite artist tune, 90% of them might be coming from Leroy Sibbles, right? Legend. All right. And then, of course, we have Admiral Tibet. Check out the catalog. Legendary things. You know what I mean? Monte Morris. Empress Unique. Dynamic, dope performer. Culture Kali. A big Mr. Big Voice. Mr. Pinnacle. Doing them thing with the big tunes out there. All right? I'm going to be up in the building. I promise you. I'm going to be there. So come hang out with your boy. All right? DJ Marlon's from Motivation Sound's going to be on the ones and twos. It's at Luxurious Ballroom, 3500 Northwest 15th Street in Lauderhill. So we talk about legends. Come out, come see the legends do them thing. Right? And sometimes, if you ever question or wonder, since you must have legends and whatever the case may be, I wonder what and what. Yeah, you go listen to the legends. You come out and listen to a Leroy Sibbles. I listen to Admiral Tibet. I listen to Monte Morris. And you will see why and how they've been acclaimed legends and how the legends do it. Right? It's at Luxurious Ballroom. You want some tickets? Sam's West Indian Grocery in Miramar, Rainbow Records in Lauderhill. Trust me, just go get your tickets. That's all I'm ever telling them. Get your tickets. Don't wait too late. Got a place can sold out. You can get tickets at the door, but as everything goes, it's highly likely that it's going to cost you a little bit more at the door. So your best bet is to get it in advance. Like I said, Leroy Sibbles, legendary things. Admiral Tibet, Monte Morris, legendary things, you know what I mean? Empress Unique, Culture Kali, Mr. Pinnacle. Again, I'm going to be in the building. All right, Luxurious Ballroom in Lauderhill. Come out, April 27th, I'm going to be there. And I want to big up everybody. Again, it takes a lot. Sometimes promoters putting on these shows and they're not necessarily coming up with a profit. But they're helping to move the needle and do what we do. So come out and support the thing, them, especially if you clamor and you crave and you're looking for some nice entertainment. If you're griping and complaining like I do about it when it comes to you, support the vibes. Support the vibes, support the vibes, support the vibes. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get up out of here.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Homegrown with G. Cole. It's available on iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, TuneIn, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to your podcast, we're there. Also, follow us on social media at MyGCole, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and subscribe to the Homegrown with G. Cole YouTube channel, all right? To see the video of this, go on to YouTube. It is there. Remember, be safe, be kind, and be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinig ka sa música Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music, and all your digital providers. Please support the artists.